Alrighty, here we go. Oh man, it's a bit of a sad day for me. Today is the first day that we have to get used to the fact that Arthas's oracles are gone. We had a good run with this deck. We had a really good run with this deck, and unfortunately, it was too good. Deck was just too good for the historic format. Two card combo cards, so two mana cards as a 2 card combo. Even though you had to play a deck that effectively was one ofs, it didn't matter. It was that powerful in historic. So we have to accept that. We have to move on. Um, I don't know what I'm going to be playing in Historic now. I didn't really have another deck. That was why I gravitated to this one. The one of this deck actually worked out really well for me because my collection is just kind of janky and I had most of the cards. Now I got to build lands and quality spells up to be able to play a different deck. So if anybody has any ideas, things they think we should try to play in Historic now that our Thassa's Oracle has fallen to the wayside, let me know. I'm 100. I guess I should really clarify my statement on this. I'm close to 100% in agreement that Thassa's Oracle needed to go. It doesn't mean I have to like it. This was a card that I enjoyed playing. I had a lot of fun with this combo deck, and the mirror matches were really fun for me. The other side of that is, with this existing, a deck like Gruul Aggro had to go away. You basically had to hope that you were on the play with that deck and that they didn't have interaction because the long game was always going to go to a deck that was basically a control deck with a combo in it. And I think that's right. I am a bigger fan of a meta where a deck like Gruul Aggro can exist than without it. So if Arthas's Oracle has to go to make that happen, I will get over it. Again, doesn't mean I have to like it. It just is what it is. So, with a heavy heart, I accept the fact that Arthas's Oracles are gone. But again, it doesn't mean I have to like it. We do get our 3 wild cards, though. So, what's that bring us up to? 8? Alright. Let's check what was in the store today. I don't think that... Yeah, there's nothing we care about. Alrighty. Well, my plan tonight is to do another Premier Draft Strixhaven and just see if we can do better than we have the last couple times. It's been a little rough. Stabs, I appreciate it. These drafts are fun. It's been rough recently, though. So we had a really good run where we were like 7 win, 3 out of 4, and then we got up into the platinum range, and we started just... I think people have figured out how to draft it better than I was. I kind of had a vibe going there, and then people beat me to the next punch here. So I think it's a lot of it is lesson and learn. You just have to prioritize so highly. And then as the format's been figured out, Silver Quill's not as good as it was for us early on. Yeah, I think it's swingy, and that's what makes the Silver Quill decks just not as good now, is if your opponent has a decent Quandrix or Prismari deck, they're just gonna survive to the long game and destroy your little tutus. So I'm hoping to go into either Quandrix or Prismari if we can, but if we open a busted rare, we're going to take it. That's just where we're at. Alrighty, so we're waiting for people. I've been trying to kind of reevaluate things because we were really sitting where Silver Quill was going really well for us, and then it just kind of completely dried up. So I think blue is by far the best color in the format, and so you kind of have to either find a really good rare or try to find your way into blue, even if it's just like splashing it into Witherbloom. I think Sultai Control can be really good. Well, we got Mavinda. I don't know how good that is, but it's definitely not bad. We got a regrowth, an eye twitch, a combat professor, a study break. I like serpentine curve. This pack's just really good. Green, yeah, I think green is also very good. This pack's tough for me. I think Mavinda is pretty decent, but I don't know that I want to be white. With that in mind, though, the best cards are like Regrowth and Eye Twitch. The other problem is if we take Mavinda, we're passing Combat Professor, Study Break, Inkling Summoning. Not really the vibe I want to send. I wonder if we just want to like take an Eye Twitch or a Regrowth here. We're going to take Mavinda because it's a mythic. I ran out of time. We get past a Poet's Quill. I would say Mavinda and Poet's Quill together are a good reason to go. Yeah. You don't have to tell me twice here. Yeah, we're gonna go towards Silver Quill with a mythic and a rare. Although we could. Do we snag Conspiracy Theorist here now and just like give ourselves a lane to like either be Mardu or just not force it either way? Kind of like just taking a third rare and seeing where we head. Yeah, I think we just grab it and whatever happens, happens. Because like here's a shock that probably is the best card in the pack. I'm not like crazy excited about splashing Poet's Quill. The other option is Arrogant Poet. But flyers and good equipment are reasons that I will go towards Lorehold and Silver Quill. But I think it's just shock here. And then otherwise I'm looking at Arrogant Poet or Introduction to Annihilation, neither of which... Well, I guess it depends on do we really want to push towards this conspiracy theorist or do we want to play Poet's Quill more? I might actually take the Poet and just hedge towards this Poet's Quill. I think that's probably right. I'm not sure on that pick. That one's tough. Alright, now we're looking at kind of a pile of poopy. Yikes. This card's just not good. So you're trying to like draw cards and do damage and make treasures by exiling your library. You're just going to end up decking yourself. And even if you get anything out of it, I don't want my opponent to draw 3 cards. I don't know I'm red, but it's looking like I am. The other option is just to take a Witherbloom Campus here. I don't think I'm wanting to play any of these cards. I'm going to grab this. I'll play it as a tap black land / we don't know we're not Witherbloom yet. Yeah, I mean, in this pack, I would say Plumb the Forbidden or Pillar Drop Rescuer. Rescuer doesn't seem too bad when we have Mavinda... But Plum can be good if we end up moving towards Witherbloom. Plum's probably the higher powered card here. We're just not really set up to be using it very well. I guess it just cycles itself if nothing else. And I think we can get more rescuers. I'm going to take it and see where we head from there. I think here I just like an introduction to Prophecy. I've not been impressed with Promising Dusk Mage, and we don't really know we're white, although Rakdos seems like a really weird... We're not Rakdos either, so I don't know where we're going with this. I'm going to take a lesson and just kind of let it show me where the lane is. Well, there's an Owlin Shield Mage, but man, I hate seeing Test of Talents, Vortex Runner, Leyline Invocation all here. Part of me just wants to take this Leyline Invocation and move toward Witherbloom. Part of me wants to take this Unwilling Ingredient because we could hook it up with a Poet's Quill. This is just such a good card in the late game, though, and I guess we could splash it. That's what made my decision. We got Study Break and Inkling Summoning back out of our first pack, so Invocation and Ingredient both fine. Yeah. I think I take the Inkling Summoning here because we don't know we're white for sure, but we know we want to play one of these. And the first Inkling Summoning is really valuable. Looking like we might be moving into Silver Quill. Yeah, if we get a Reduce to Memory here, I'm really happy with that. And then maybe we can like play this Campus and splash an Invocation. Get an Environmental Sciences and I'd feel more comfortable with that. But I like having 3 lessons already. Would like to find some Learn cards. We do have a Poet's Quill at least. Definitely taking a Campus here. Yeah, we have nothing I really want to play. I'm going to grab this just to like say white might be not as open. Is this a deck I would play a 1/4 in? I don't want to. I never want to. Alright, so okay start to the pack. Well, this one is difficult. I think we're just supposed to take Gnarled Professor. Like, that card is bonkers. Yeah, it's not that difficult. Closing statement with, like, the fact that we have Mavinda. This Ageless Guardian really isn't in here, though. So, right now we have, like, 1 good white card, an okay red card. I think we're just supposed to take Gnarled Professor. It's tough to say, though. Because this closing statement's great, too, but this card says Learn, and you get a 5/4 for 4. It just seems a little too good not to take. So we're going to do it. There's no way in hell that Environmental Sciences comes back to us, but we can dream. So Silver Quill Command is pretty tempting here as well. Are we just straight Abzan? The other options are obviously Pest Summoning and Blood Researcher. Yikes. I kind of like just going straight Abzan. And we can cast this from our graveyard for... I think we still have to pay the whole cost, but that's okay. I think I like it. We're just going to try to Abzan it here. That means you're gone. Culling Ritual. I don't think that's where I want to be in Abzan. I do think Combat Professor is where I want to be, though. With a lot of good cards to wheel out of this pack. Yeah. I think I like the full-on Abzan plan here. So now I think it's got to be Guiding Voice. We need to learn more. We've got 3 good Learn board cards already, but we only have 1 card that says Learn on it. I've been really happy with Guiding Voice. We can also cast it again with Mavinda, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. Wheeling, Show of Confidence, Agonizing Remorse, Witherbloom, Pledge Mage, Expel, all kinds of things there. Seems fine. So we'll take the Guiding Voice. Here we have an Eager First Year, an Arrogant Poet, but I think I'm just going to take my first Pest Summoning and really set up this board to be great. And then anything that says Learn on it from here on out, we're really, really happy to grab. I think this is just a Spectre. Spectre's been surprisingly awesome, and it just that flying plus some reach in the late game can be really good. There's a Bayou Groff, but I think we're supposed to take Stonerise Serpent here. This isn't a Bayou Groff deck, and I've been cheesed out by this at least once. Mage Hunter or Cram Session. This is a tough one. Spectre overperforming, exactly. I've been really impressed with it. I think we're supposed to take Cram Session here, but it's really hard to give up this Mage Hunter. I'm a little glutted at 4 already. Like, I don't want to cut any of my 4-drops, which makes me think it's Cram Session here to get a 3rd Learn card, but I do love me a Mage Hunter. I'm going to do it just because our Learn board's really good. Here, I don't mind Professor's Warning with Mavinda. There's also an Owl and Shield Mage. I kind of just like getting another flyer in the deck. I think that's how these Silver Quill-ish decks tend to win games, is you just got to be able to float over. There's a Make Your Mark and a Professor's Warning, but I think we should take the Campus here just so we can play more green sources and be able to cast our Gnarled Professor. I'll be happy with another Arrogant Poet. Perfectly happy with a Show of Confidence, especially with Mavinda in the deck. And anything in pack 3 here could push us either direction of like which college we're playing and which color we're splashing. I think we just take a Putrefy. This is pretty easy. There's nothing that says learn for us. Is there nothing that says learn at all? There's not. That's not really good. We can wheel a Leech Fanatic, a lot of things, but Putrefy is just too good to pass. I like Mage Hunter and Mage Hunter's Onslaught and Hunt for Specimens here. Yikes. I mean, Crackle is great, but we're so not red. I think we just need the unconditional removal. We just picked up a Putrefy, and this would give us 2 pieces of unconditional removal. I've got 3 cards that say Learn already, so I don't think I have to take a Hunt over one of these great cards. I'm pretty happy with an Onslaught here. Would love the Mage Hunter, but I can't get super greedy. I don't think this is a Silver Quill Silencer deck. I do think it's either a Hunt for Specimens or a Field Trip deck. Probably Hunt for Specimens. We're more black than green, so I like going that way. Yeah, minimizing the number of green spells we play is probably the best. Field Trip was definitely a possibility too. I like the card better, but I kind of like leaning toward staying away from really hitting green too hard here. Willing to play Gnarled Professor, but other than that, it feels like a really light splash right now. Oh, is it Leech Fanatic or Tend the Pests? We already have an intro. Tend's only really good with like honkin' chonkers, so that's probably not it. I kind of just like a Leech Fanatic here. Dueling Coach is kind of underperformed in my opinion. I don't know. Leech Fanatic's pretty meh too. Do we need? We have 5. I think we have too many. We took the Fanatic. All right. I thought too long on it, and we got. So we can take a Spirit Summoning, but I kind of want to got him. I love having Mana Tithe in a deck. I think we're just going to take a Mana Tithe here and be totally happy with Mana Tithe. It's a fun card. Yeah, let's grab Mana Tithe. Ooh, we could take a Snarl, which I don't hate here. There's also Unwilling Ingredient and Honor Troll's okay. Killian's pretty good. This pack's great for us, honestly. We might be able to wheel this Snarl, except somebody will probably take it for the rare wild card. I think I'm going to go Killian, actually. This card's really impressed me. This pack is like all the cards we wish we could have taken this entire... Holy crap, why couldn't we have gotten each one of these? I would take this entire top row, these first 6 and this one. The 7 cards I would be perfectly happy to have. That being said, I think it's Lash of Malice. We don't have that effect yet. An early removal spell I think is too valuable. I'm going to grab Lash. Wow. We have a Hunt for Specimens, a Shadewing Laureate. How many learned do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I like Shadewing Laureate a lot too, though. But is Hunt just better here? I think we might be able to get a Hunt out of the next pack. I don't know what I just took. I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. It says we're waiting on other players to pass a pack, and we have 4 packs here. Uh-oh. We're gonna try this to see if we can get it to reload. All right, it gave us an Expel. I guess that's okay. And we still can't What the shit? Well, I guess I have the recording to send to Wizards. We can't see what cards are in the pack. This is the first time Arena's ever done this to me. Well, that wasn't what we wanted by any means. I think we still have a decent deck, but that really sucks. I know we missed some good cards there because there were some really good cards in those packs that were going to come around. I'm pretty sure I missed a Hunt for Specimens out of that. That was a crappy way to end it, but I think this deck's pretty good. How many creatures are we sitting at? 15? I don't think either of these star people need to be here. That's an easy cut too. I like having a Leyline Invocation. It's only 1 green. I like all my 4-drops. Yeah, I've never seen that before either. I guess I'll submit it. I don't even know how to submit with Arena. I've only had to do that with Magic Online. Imagine that. Expel is like mediocre, so we'll move that over to the maybe cuts. I don't mind Show. Stonerise Spirit's probably our weakest 2-drop. Silverquill Silencer really isn't a card that I'm that excited to play, but it is a 3/2 for 2, which is like okay. I think we're going to pop both of those out because we do have Reduced to Memory, Inkling Summoning, Pest Summoning, and Intro. So we have 1 removal spell on the board. We'll definitely find a way to submit that to Wizards to be like, what the shit happened? This is not okay. What you gonna do, though? Oh, what are we looking at here? We got like 1 more cut. I'm thinking it's either like this Silencer or maybe the Leyline Invocation, although I do like having a honkin' chonker that we can give flying to. I'm not sure. This is a tough last cut, which I guess is a good problem to have. It's probably just this Silencer. Let's like move it over here. These are the cards I'm thinking about cutting right now. I don't think it can be Gnarled Professor. That card's just awesome. The double green's rough, but oh well. I'll live to... I mean, we literally could cut it and Leyline Invocation, then we're only splashing a Putrefy, but I want the Putrefy, so I'm going to play Gnarled Professor. Plus Gnarled Professor's just awesome. Oh, how many 2-drop creatures do I have then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of like having this one, honestly. So we got to find a different card we don't need. We probably don't need Leyline Invocation. Is there anything else I feel that way about? Maybe it's Show of Confidence. This card's just like okay here. Yeah. That's where I'm leaning. It plays good with Mavinda, though. I don't know what's right. Probably just cutting this Leyline off the top. Let's do that, and we'll immediately play a matchup where I wish I had it, but that's how we're going to start it. Alright, well, other than needing to submit our draft to Wizards for compensation, I guess that means this one's free, or it should. Immediately punished for splashing green. Love it. We got the Arrogant Poet. We got 3 rares in the hand. Basic Forest. Yeah. Can we keep this? I feel like we're not supposed to keep this, but like Blackland off the top is just gas. Let's say we miss a play on turn 2. Are we that behind? Nah, I'm going to keep it. I'm wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, never didn't have it. Prismari Apprentice. Alright, I'm going to run out this. I'm going to name Heated Debate. This thing's not very good. We may end up getting rid of it. You know what? Sure. I'll trade it off. Did not value that card at all. We're supposed to get Mavinda down here. I'm not sure. We could also just go like Arrogant Poet Tapland. Mavinda feels like it's moving us in the right direction better. We're gonna go Mavinda.
I shall teach you much.
That is some interesting animation. Can't say I've ever seen that one before. Never got to cast this card before. Can't go Silver Quill Command here, which is too bad. But we'll see. They'll probably just murder my Mavinda with a Heated Debate, and I'll laugh. Lorehold Command. That seems really freaking good. Ouch. Well, there's that swinginess you were talking about, knocking us backward real hard here. We're just going to play an Arrogant Poet and be majorly behind. I'm not even sure we can, like, recover from that Lorehold Command, as sad as that is. Do we want to block? I mean, not really, but we don't want to take the damage either. Alright, fine. Show me why I lose. I feel like with, like, silver... Oh, Jesus, what is this? At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card. You can cast those. Jesus, that thing's good. Do we just have to reduce to memory that? I think we do. I don't want that thing living any longer. Get this crazy bean of expression out of my face. I don't want you stealing my good cards. You got another spirit now. Jump Block City is where we're at. Yeah, they curved out real good there. I felt like I had an okay hand, but not against all of these flyers. Wow, okay. Calm down, opponent. I guess that was all their cards, though. So as long as this isn't gas, we're okay. But if they, like, kill my shield mage here, I'm gonna feel real bad. It's gonna be like Explosive Welcome, murder your shield mage, hit you for 5, hit you for 9, 10 more, you're dead. Alright, Explosive Welcome is lethal here if they figure it out. And they are targeting it. Divide by 0, still good. Still really good. Yeah, we got just owned in this game. And they get to play that because these things exist. Holy crap. What can I even do? I can't do anything, right? This doesn't say gain 25 life. Yeah, we did. Alright. Alrighty then. That one was brutal. This is what's been happening, so that was really impressive. I don't even think I'm supposed to be upset. Like, that was just a really good, really good curve up from our opponent. I don't know if anybody else follows Jim Davis's Bronze to Mythic, but one of the last ones he did, he had a deck that I thought was like at least a 5-win deck, maybe better. It went like 1-3, and it was stuff like that happening to him the whole time. Just a really weird format. Speaking of which, I think we're going to take this thing out and put the honky-chonky Leyline Invocation in, because I just don't think I want to try to name cards. It's just such a... That's a constructed format card. That's not a card I'm correctly using at this point, I don't think. But hey. At least we got to see a really good Prismari deck. Are they trying to tell me that I'm not supposed to splash green here? This one's a little too risky. I'm going to send it back. This one's much better, but it's not great. We'll send back one of the forests. We at least got a Gatum. I like having a Gatum. I sent the forest back. Why did I get another one? They got a 2-drop? Alright, they're on... Oh, okay, well, then there goes our Silver Quill command, I assume. And now they know about my Gatums, which is way less impressive. Yep, you took my command. We'll play this land and pass. Hilarious double forest, draw Shadewing Laureate. Play a 3-drop. I dare ya. Do it. Oh, they played around it. Who could have seen that coming? God dang it. We got nothing. Freaking forests. Hit me for 1, you got it. Play that 3-drop. Yeah, Mana Tithe it. I'm just getting my value off that as much as I can, even though that's really not much value. We're gonna immediately Guiding Voice up this Arrogant Poet and go get Inky? Or Pest Summoning. I think it's Inky. I like Inky. It's a hard choice. But they got a dueling coach. Well, that's a problem. We could play Mavinda. Does that lets us Guiding Voice again? It's probably good. Get in there. They're not gonna trade, so let's get our damage in. If they want to trade, I'm like on board, 114%. Give me that trade. Hell yeah, give me that trade. Yeah. No complaints from me. Yeah, I don't think I want to try to do that because I'm pretty sure I just don't get to use it. Are they just going to murder my Mavinda? Because that would make me sad. This card seems good. We're going to get to Guiding Voice if they don't kill it. Be amazing. Keep your hands off my owl. He's a bird advisor. How freaking cool is that? The fact that he has 4 taloned hands is really freaking weird, though. Like, why are all of his limbs ending in talons? I don't get that completely. Alright, my turn. Let's activate this. Guiding Voice. Hell yeah. Put a counter on Mavinda. Give me Intro to Prophecy. Let's cast that shiz. We don't need that, we want that. Boom. Play a Plains. Stay back on the defensive. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to get frisky there. Do we have any other targeting creature cards? We don't. So then they cost 8 more. It costs 8 more to cast this way if it doesn't target a creature. So that's a lot. Alright, I mean, this is like a ridiculously obvious pump spell, so I'm not blocking. Really don't want to lose my Mavinda to something stupid. Alright, what do we got? Leyline Invocation we can't cast. Do we just put an Owl and Shieldmate out there? I think so. So we'll go to combat. The other option is to go Inky plus Unwilling Ingredient. Ooh, do they have the untap effect thing? Does that card do that? I don't know what these cards do. We're gonna attack, and if there's an untap effect, sucks to be me, I guess. They didn't find it. If there it is. I think we just want to Shieldmate here and like match them Shieldmate for Shieldmate. Seems like the right play. Now this is... they control. That's too bad. I was really hoping they could activate their dueling coach and put a counter on Mavinda, because that would be awesome for me and terrible for them, and I like both of those things. So they probably have a pump spell of some sort since they swung in with their Owl and Shield Mage. I'm willing to just trade this for a pump spell, I think, because we're not winning the whole... well, I guess we are winning the race. Do we block here? I really don't know. I'm gonna make him have it. because I don't want to play scared the entire game. They're just going to put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's pretty good. Because now they can dueling coach it too. Yeah, that's really good. Alright, so maybe well, what was I going to do? Take more damage though? Yeah, there wasn't really a good outcome for us on that, I don't think. So we can play a Killian or a Shadewing Laureate. Not both. Or we can play an Inky and an Unwilling Ingredient. So if we play the Shadewing, it's an okay blocker. Hey, how's it going? Appreciate you coming out and checking out the stream. We're struggling a little bit in the old Strixhaven draft. I think I want to. Do we want to go? Let's go Inky plus an Unwilling Ingredient here. I'm not really super excited about our position. I think I'm just gonna pass. Like, ugh, that's disgusting. Yeah, okay. We get owned yet again, and they go get an expanded. Oh, barf. Yeah, I will 100% say I need to get better better at that. I've got a friend that I'm going to have work with me on it at some point. That is definitely one of my weaknesses. Not so good on the presentation thus far. So what do we take here? At least 6. I think we just take 6 here, probably. Like, I'll block with Unwilling Ingredient to give us a better chance of living during this game. We need, like... What do we need here? Something better than Hunt. I don't have a Discord really right now. I have a Facebook page you can find under jparks57 NTG Arena Streamer. You can send stuff that way if you want to. Alright, we're going to hunt for specimens. We're going to grab Reduce to Memory. And we're going to go to 3 to get this thing off the board. But I think that puts us in a pretty good spot. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll check it out. Have a good one. Oh, what do we want to go with here? Do we attack? We're at 3? I don't think I can safely attack here. This is pretty brutal. But we got rid of that freaking huge Owl and Shield mate. Now if we can get this Killian down to gain a little life, we might be in a better spot. Not a good spot, but a better spot. What? Man, we just can't catch a break. Alright. I wanna... What do I want to do here? I'm gonna block like this and like this? No? Yeah, because that really doesn't give them much incentive to do anything. Keep Mavinda back? That's my... that's my inclination as to what we're supposed to do. Yeah, I knew they had that card. I had the Tinglies that they had a Beaming Defiance for like the whole game. So that doesn't surprise me. This Double Forest is killing me, which just is really sad because I like the splash, but I don't like what it's done to us. So... what are we playing here? Do we have anything that targets a creature? No, that's unfortunate. So I can only play... I can play a Shadewing, or I can play both of these. I think I need to get Killian out there just to potentially gain the life, as sad as that is. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. We're going to get Killian down. And then we can, like, Unwilling Ingredient. Unfortunately, we still have to stay back with Mavinda. This giving them Indestructible is really brutal, but we kind of have to hope they just don't draw something good for a turn or two. Maybe we can turn this game around. Not, like, super likely. Yeah. That gets +3/+3 in flying. I sacrifice a creature. That's a good game. Wow. So this is how I expected this to start. Let's just see what we could have drawn. A land. Yeah. Okay, so we're 0-2. We do at least get to submit this one for reimbursement, because in the middle of our draft it just stopped letting us see what cards were in the pack. But holy crap, that was rough. I don't think I want to cut the green cards either. I just think we've had some really rough starting hands with our mana base, which I guess that's because we have the green cards, but I like the green cards. Oh my. That's been pretty brutal. Really brutal. Timahad. Or is it Tim Ahad? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We go first. Alright. I'm going to keep this hand because I got a 2-drop. Hopefully I can play a 3-drop and a 4-drop with the right draw. Hello. Okay, we got a Poet's Quill too. Yeah. We get a flavor win if we get to put the Poet's Quill on the Arrogant Poet as well. That's pretty cool. And we hit land 3, so we're gonna get the Quill down. We're gonna go get, I think, Inkling Summoning? Next turn we can learn again if we need to, so let's actually just grab Intro to Prof. I'm not gonna pay because that would be dumb. Alright, so there's some sort of multicolored blue deck. They have a Valentine. Not a card I was expecting to see. What is our best play here? I think it's just drop a Honky Chonky. Go grab Reduce as a backup plan. And this time I'm going to go to the air and get in. Next turn we're equipping a Poet's Quill on a Gnarled Professor and getting in there is our plan. It's really funny to go grab Reduce to Memory. So they go get a 5/4. Sure. Huh. Now we have a lot of questions. So am I willing to trade my Gnarled Professor for their Bayou Groff and gain a ton of life? I think the answer there is yes. They're still going to take 2 here, plus I gain 6. Yeah, that seems fine. Plus we get to intro our prophecies. I want that white land. I do not want a forest. We've already got 3 of the 4 forests in the deck. They are stuck on lands. Well, we're going to take this because hopefully we can pull off a win. Alright, do we want a Guiding Voice here? I don't know, let's be honest. The first thing we want to do is hook up the Poet's Quill, and then we'll figure out what else we're doing. I think we're just Spectering. No, I do not want to pay. Yeah, let's just use our mana the most efficiently. If they have like a reject here, they have an eternal elemental masterpiece. That's what it is. This has reach now for us, as we already have 6 mana. Feeling good. Might actually get a win. Turns out playing rares is much better. They have like 3 mana. Maybe 4? What are they going to do? They're going to Prismari commands. They're just going to kill my Arrogant Poet. Not my Poet's Quill. I guess because they are too low on life. They get rid of Leyline Invocation, Crozen Grip. Kind of hilarious to get rid of Crozen Grip there. So we can Guiding Voice. We can do all kinds of things here. This does 1 more damage. Yeah, I think that's still worth it. Get in there. And then I'm just gonna put another Floaty Boy out there. With this Guiding Voice, we have Lethal. I like that. Big fan of Lethal. Dream Strix, that's in our way. But this is pretty cool. We'll take an Inky. Get this thing out of the way. You can go get a Learn card, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to smack you for 6. Alright, we got a win. That's more what I wanted this deck to do. So, deck seems fine. I just think we hit 2 really, really solid opponents, and we drew poorly our second game. First game, that deck curved out beautifully. Jealous, honestly. We get to go first. We have a Poet's Quill in our hand, and any land gets us going. Yeah, I'm good with this. Too bad we don't have an Environmental Sciences to go get with the Poet's Quill. That would be really freaking good. Up against the Sandwich Sultan. Sweet, we found a land. That's all we needed. Give me the Summoning or the... How does Mavinda read? I don't know. I think I like... I just like Inky. Inky's just a good card. Always happy to have an Inky. That's a good card too. So we could murder this Conspiracy Theorist. We can just play our Inky that they know we have. I don't think we need to murder the Conspiracy Theorist. So is it Mavinda as a better card? Or just the Inky because they already know about it? I'm going to throw Mavinda out there because I like the 4-talon freak. They've got a Rutha. Rutha's really freaking good. So that could be a problem for us. I think we just want to putrefy Rutha. They gotta pay 2 though. Maybe it's not a problem this turn. Do we want to... You know what? I'm actually going to do this because we can play it again later. And we get to get in for 4 Vigilant Lifelinky awesomeness. Yeah, I like that. Plus now Mavinda's a 4/5, which is kind of hard to kill. I was gonna say, I'd be surprised if they attack, but I'm pretty sure we're not blocking as well. You know what? Let's do this, and then activate this. I'm gonna target this. Oh, I didn't get to... Oh, because I didn't cast another instant or sorcery. That makes sense. We're at 29, though. I just feel like we can ride this... Yeah. We can just ride this freaking 5/6 all the way to the end. That is 4 very swingy games. Either we got our ass handed to us or we handed it right back. I'll take it. We're back to 2-2. We'd like to get this third one. Plus, I feel like we get free gems out of this because we got screwed in the draft. But we'll find out. I will 100% let people know if Wizards does not give me my... Jemmy's back after it completely glitched out on us during the middle of our draft portion. Had not had that happen on MTG Arena yet. It pulled the old Magic Online, the packs are invisible. Really not cool. Because I'm pretty sure we missed a hunt for specimens that would have been really nice to have. Everything was wheeling, and we didn't get any of it, because for about 4 packs it just disappeared. This is really interesting. So we have 3 white cards, no white mana. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep it, because this Lash of Malice keeps us in the early game, and we're on the draw. That's my thought process. Well, that kind of fixed everything, so... Sweet. Ooh, now do I want to play an Arrogant Poet? I think the answer is yes. Cool, 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 cool. They're hunting for specimens. That's a good card. And they go get an Inky. Do we want to get Mavinda down? Or do we want to... Yeah, I always just like getting Mavinda down. I'll pay the life. Screw it, why not? Finding all of our campuses here is a little awkward, but we'll figure it out. They get a Pledge Mage. Pledge Mage is good. Pledge Mage is, you know, pretty solid. I think we're going to lash that. I just don't like letting that kind of screw with what we're trying to do here. The other, oh man, yeah, I think we're supposed to lash because Silver Quill Command just isn't that good here. I'll go to the air again. I want to just push as much damage as I can. They are also Abzan. I guess we will eventually find out what they're working with. Spectre is good. I'll take the 1. So now we wish we could make them sacrifice this, and we can't. Do we just play Owlin Shield Mage then here? I think so. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll just stay back. And then if we get to 8 mana, we can double Silver Quill Command, right? Yeah. That's pretty cool. Double Silver Quill Command might be good here. We've got a decent amount of removal spells we can draw. Spiteful Squad is like fine, but not a huge problem here. Land, not really what we were going for. So do we Silver Quill here just to start? Now, if we do that, then they're just going to sack this Spiteful Squad and make this a 4/5. That's not really great for us. I'll swing this, and we'll just get them down to 11. I don't think that does us any good, because yeah, I'm fine with just scrying here, and then we're at 7 mana. It'd be like 1 more turn before we can do the whole tricky thing. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to take 2 here, because I don't want to make their Spectre of the Fens better. Okay, so they sack off a Pest to make a Biograph. Kill Mavinda. Rude. I will scry. We find a Poet. I don't think Poet does what we need to do here. Leyline Invocation, though, is just fine with me here, because then we can... we can send this to the air next turn, and that might win us the game. See what all they attack with here. Just that. I will take the 2. I don't think there's any sense in blocking that. Making one of their dudes bigger. Inkling Summoning is fine. Scourge Colony is fine. So I think we're supposed to Silver Quill here, and I want to make this guy float. Plus, we can't buy back Mavinda, so I think we just make them sacrifice a creature. Thin down their board. So this is a 10-10 floaty boy now. They get to put the counters on something. Bayou Groff? Sure. So, do I want to attack with this now, though? I think I do. They just get to chump it, though, which really sucks. And I can't really attack with Owl and Shieldmate, because we'd end up trading it for... Yeah, that really wasn't that good. Yeah, they're just going to chump. Yeah, we might be in trouble, actually. This hasn't really worked out the way we wanted it to. Would love them to play a 5-mana spell so I get to freaking Mana Tithe it. That'd be sweet. Mage Duel. Can't Mana Tithe that. So my Owl and Shieldmate dies. I feel like I really just have to chump block this. I don't feel good about it, but I don't see any situation where that's not what we have to do. And I think we just have to sit back here, which really sucks, but we'll scry. Yeah, that card's gonna beat us again. Ugh. Oh, I should have Mana Tithed that. Well, whatever. I was already dead, right? Like, do I just take 9 here? I don't think so. Just gonna, like, chump. Maybe we can find something. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try to find it. Card on top of the library is not the correct card. It's an unwilling ingredient. We find forest. Jeez, I can't win this. Alright, we go 1-3, but we're gonna figure out how to submit problems to WotC on screwing up our draft. We went 2-3. I should give myself some credit here. I got 2 whole wins with that deck. That was rough. Definitely the first to admit that was rough. We got a Fury Calm Snarl. And it's an archive card. It's a Memory Lapse. We like that. Especially since we had to say goodbye to Thassa's Oracle today. Alrighty, well, I guess that means we're going to do one more draft. And then if we do poor enough on this one, we don't have enough gems to keep going. If we happen to do well enough, we might put in a third since we've only been at it for an hour so far. Ugh. We really need to, like, hit just a bomb rare that goes into the exact lane we're in. Cody. Cody is not what I'm talking about. I mean, this would be a lot of fun to play around. Let's read it again and just... So we get 5 mana. You have to build all instants and sorceries around it. I'm pretty sure that's just not the pick. I think it's either Kelpie Guide or Fractal Summoning. I kind of like just taking the Kelpie Guide here. But I don't know. We got kind of obliterated in our last... Because we went Abzan and basically we're Silver Quill again, and I didn't want to be Silver Quill, but that's what we got handed. I think it's Kelpie Guide. I mean, the other side of it is, do we just like full bore say screw it? Alright, I convinced me. We're going to take Cody. And we get past a Quandrix command? Yeah, we'll take Quandrix command here. There's a Burying Books, a Mage Duel, a Pledge Mage, and an Environmental Sciences, which is like really sad, but... Yeah, this card's really good. So I'm going to take Quandrix Command, and I mean, divide by zeros here. Somebody else real close to us is going to be in blue or green or both, but we'll just cut it the rest of the pack. Arcane Subtraction versus Pop Quiz. I like both of them. I also think this is an Elemental Masterpiece deck if we're going to play Cody. I think with our lack of potential creatures, I'm going to go Pop Quizzing here, but it's close. We're going to hope this comes around. We're going to need cards like that to go with this dude if we're going to be able to play it. Right now, this is the Pipe Dream. I think this is the right pick in the pack no matter what. Maybe it's Arcane Subtraction, but it's close enough that I'm going to lean toward trying to play Cody just because I think that would be awesome. And it's not that we can't play any permanents, they just have to be really good where you don't mind getting them stuck in your hand when you have this on the battlefield. We just want to find our way into a bunch of summonings. So, like, Practical Research. Yeah, we'll just take a Practical Research here. I think we want to be Temur Spells, which means we want Opt, if that's what we're trying to do. The other thing, though, is there's just a Maelstrom Muse here. Am I supposed to just move in on that? Probably. I'm going to grab it. Worst case scenario, we have like one creature in our Cody deck. Best case scenario, we're splashing Quandrix Command in a pretty good Prismari deck. We'll see what happens. We're looking for lessons. We're looking for things that say learn. We're mostly looking to grab spells if we can to be able to use this guy, but if we don't get there on that, I'll gladly cut it. I just think it's worth gambling. What was I going to take instead? Like a Kelpie Guide or a Fractal Summoning. So like Kelpie Guide here would probably have been, that was the one I was leaning towards. That would have been a better pick. Cody's the more fun pick, and if we keep going that direction, like, yeah, I'll just take an Arcane Subtraction here. We're still moving toward Cody being very playable. One creature is fine. If we get enough summonings and like Serpentine Curves. So we got to find Serpentine Curves for sure to be able to make it work. I mean, I'll take a Subtraction over a Squirrel here because I want to make this work, and it says Learn on it. So we have 3 cards that say Learn. That means the summonings out of the board are going to be one of the most important cards we can get at any point now. And I'm leaning towards maybe either being okay with Maelstrom Muse not always being castable or not playing it. We currently don't know anything other than we're blue, and we'd really like to play this card because it's funny. That's about all we know right now. With that in mind, we can basically take any summoning out and put it in the board because we can activate this and cast any color. I don't want to have like spirit summonings over fractal summonings, but we could play them. This one's tough, right? So, because he's a construct, which means like, and it's a Serpentine Curve. We got to take a Serpentine Curve here. That's what I was saying was a super important card for us. Here, I think we just take the Vortex Runner, and again, it's a card that if we get there on Cody, we won't play it. If we don't, we're really happy we have it. Seems fine to me. Man, this is, it's shaping up to be interesting. Is Access Tunnel any good for us? Not really. I think we'll just take Charge Through. Worst case scenario, it's a 1-mana cantrip. Don't think we're casting it to get Cody through, though. That's not really the goal here. So this is just not a very good pack for us in general. I'm going to grab this Village Rites and put it in the sideboard just in case we get a crazy wild hair that's a good idea. I'm going to take another charge through. There's also a chance that we're just like hoping to charge through these serpentine curves and like fractal summonings and stuff. That might be how we're winning. Alrighty. We'll take a Needlethorn Drake. That's a really late Needlethorn Drake. I actually would consider playing Cogwork Archivist. Yeah. This card's great, not in our colors. We're just going to take Berry. We know we're blue. As much as I want to take Grape Shot, it might wheel, and Berry's just better for what we want to do, for just everything. So we're going to take Berry. Pest Summoning is one of the lowest lessons on my list of what I want right now. So I'm just going to take really good removal spell, be happy about it. Still keep the Cody Dream alive while accepting the fact that we need to take this Gnarled Professor and maybe forget the Cody Dream. Yeah, I mean, I want Field Trip here, I want Environmental Sciences, I want Aether Helix, but that's a Gnarled Professor, and that just seems too good to pass. I'm going to grab it. I think then we're looking at either Kelpie Guide or Mage Duel. Now that we're starting to lean toward just being a basic Quandrix deck, I'm not sure if Kelpie Guide or Mage Duel is better. I think I want the Kelpie Guide. We could have had two, which would have been really nice, but that's okay. We tried something, it didn't work out. I'm just going to grab Intro here. We don't have any lessons yet, and this one's perfectly good. We're not playing black as of now. The blue cards aren't good. I was a little worried about this. I think this pack is going to be rough for us because when we took Cody, we passed a bunch of good blue and green cards, so Cody comes back to bite us again. But like right now we're only playing 3 or 4 permanents, so we could get away with this for now if our spells are good enough. But we got to find more of these. We got to find good cheap cards and not things like Negate. But I don't know, we're not doing so bad. Here, though, is a pack that I think we want either a Scurrid Colony or a Witherbloom Pledge Mage. I'm just going to go Scurrid Colony. Looking more and more like, well, ooh, man. Okay, I think we're in the right lane. Question here is Serpentine Curve, Mage Duel, or Arcane Subtraction more important? I think I'm between these two. So the question really being, do we need a Mage Duel more than we need a second Serpentine Curve? And I think the answer is maybe. We don't have any removal right now, which is a problem. We have a Barian Books, I guess. But like these are a way that we're winning games. I'm torn. I do like Mage Duel a lot. Yeah, we're just going to take the Mage Duel, mostly because I ran out of time. We do have a Quandrix command too, so now we have like 3 pieces of removal, and we don't know we're playing these 2 cards. Alright, so here I think is where we're going to start moving Cody out of the list. And what I only have an Intro to Annihilation right now, so this pop quiz isn't nearly as important as just grabbing a Test of Talents. This card's been great. It counters every lesson in the format. That's a pretty big deal. So right now, these 2 are question marks. I think I just want... Well, I kind of like Letter, and I kind of like Prismari Pledge Mage. I'm not as high on the Pledge Mage, though, because it's double blue. You know what? Let's grab our first Letter. We're trying to get up into this range. Hopefully we can find a few more cheap cantrip type cards. Resculpt is no good. Penance not really good either. Maybe we just want Like an enthusiastic study? Sure. I'll grab it for now. Maybe we're leaning towards being 3-color. It says learn on it. That's about the only reason that that was the card I was considering. But, you know, there's a chance it makes it. I don't really want to be 3 colors, and we need some more lessons. So pack 3 could be rough. Oh, man. So, like, this Prismari Apprentice is really late. There's a Masterpiece. But I think I just want my first Campus. Because I don't know I'm red. Yeah, I think this gives us the best outs to being the most consistent deck. Do I like a second Vortex Runner or a second Needlethorn Drake better? I think I like the Drake. That also makes me feel like we're in an okay lane here. I'm not really sure. Probably going to consider cutting the red if we can, but as of right now, we really can't. Or we don't know if we want to or not. I'm going to take a Hunt. No, I'm going to take the Duress because it's pretty. We weren't going to play any of those cards. We'll take the Pledge Mage here. There's a chance we play Pledge Mage. For sure. Looks like Prismari might be a little more open than Quandrix. We don't need an Infuse. Alright. Of course we get a Lorehold command when we absolutely won't play it. We're going to take Cultivate. Eureka Moment's fine. The Spirit Summoning is not what we're looking for. This just makes it where we can splash red without really any problem. We ramp better with it. It does a lot of things we need to do right now. And then here we're going to pick up our Fractal Summoning because we don't have one yet. And basically miss out on nothing that I absolutely want to play. There's no good blue or green card in this pack other than Fractal Summoning. So that was, you know, if you have to have a pack 3 where you have to take a Fractal Summoning, I'm pretty happy that it's over almost nothing. Oh, what are we wanting to do with this? We'd like more like Burying Book, Serpentine Curve, early spells to make Serpentine Curve better. We've got 4 things that learn already, some more lessons. Like, I think this Elemental Summoning is just what we're going to take here. Haven't been impressed with Exponential Growth. Already have a Vortex Runner. Don't necessarily need a 2-drop. Yeah, we'll just grab a Summoning. We'll take 2 Summonings in a row and be perfectly happy with it. I think here I'm going to grab either Emergent Sequence or Field Trip. It might just be Field Trip because of the learn, but Emergent Sequence fixes better. I'll grab the Sequence. Plus it's a 2-drop, which could matter. I think we want the Chonky Boy Leyline Invocation here. There's also a Pop Quiz. Yeah, I'm going to take the 6-drop. Now we have a Fractal Summoning, an Elemental Summoning, and an Invocation, as well as a Serpentine Curve to kind of give us some win conditions. We've got a Mage Duel, a Command, a Burying Books to get us where it matters. That Flunk is like super tempting because it should never be there, but I think we're just supposed to take a Reckless Amplimancer as a 2-drop here. And I don't think I'm playing Enthusiastic Study. I may still splash these 2. I like Maelstrom Muse and Practical Research enough to consider splashing them, but if we get a really solid pack 3 here, we're at 24 cards in deck already, so we already need to cut something. Those 2 definitely could be where it's at. Make the mana a lot more consistent. We saw last draft what it looks like when you don't have consistent mana. We got a Gnarled Professor again, though, which that could just win games on its own. That is a 5/4 Trampler for 4 mana that also learns. Pretty awesome. We'd like to get like a pick 7 Burying Books here, but we're just not going to. We have an Arcane Subtraction or an Adventurous Impulse or a Crash Through. This card can be perfectly serviceable, so we'll just take another Subtraction. I highly doubt we're wheeling any lessons. There's like no way in hell we get that Environmental Sciences back. If that was this pack even, I don't remember. We might be able to get, like, an intro. Not even an intro here. I'm going to take another charge through. I mean, there's a chance that we just, like, make huge these duders and just, like, charge through 3 times and win that way. It's not the greatest plan, but I've seen worse plans. Plus, it's just a cantrip. There's worse ideas. Alrighty, let's see what came back from our first pack. This is what we got back. We're gonna take Prismari Campus. Makes splashing these 2 a lot easier. We might play a big play. That's the only card in that pack that's even got a chance to make it, though. I don't know. Let's see. What do we got next? We got one more card. We got a few more packs here. Don't think Pillar Drop Warden is going to make the cut, but that's the most likely, so we'll grab it. The other thing to look at is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. So we have, like, I think I want the Intro to Prophecy more here. What I was counting is we only have, like, 8 permanents. We could definitely cut some of them if we think Cody is playable here, but I don't really think it's that good. I think I'd rather... I'm wondering if I just want to get rid of the 2 red cards to make things... We don't really need to. We can just go to 1 mountain and go up an island, up a forest, and then we still have... Whoops. We still have 2 red sources there, plus the Cultivate is a 3rd, plus the Letter is a 4th to just splash 2 cards. I think that's fine. 4 charge throughs is probably too many. I'm at least going to go down to 3. I don't think this is a big play deck. Everything else here is fine except for maybe Prismari Pledge Mage. We'll throw it over there for now. I like my 3s, my 4s, my 5s, and my 6s. So yeah, let's say Pledge Mage is gone. It says we have 8 creatures, but I have 9... 10, 11, and I have the summonings in the board. I think I'm fine with that. Considering going down like an arcane subtraction, I think it's another charge through. 2 is probably enough. And then the question is like, do we need this letter? Do we need... I mean, honestly, Reckless Amplimancer just doesn't really fit what we're doing. But these aren't that good if we don't. So we still have 4 ways to learn, I think, that way. That seems like enough. Let's try this. No idea if this is good or not. Probably not. I built it. Can't be that good. How y'all doing out there? We're up against the MVP, so that's no good for us. We get to go first. We got some creaties. I'll take it. We also have an arcane subtraction to get somebody with. That always feels good. They go blue land. Yeah. We're going to go Scourge Colony. They go red land, pass. Alright, let's get in there for 2. And then what else does this do? We'll pass, because there's a chance we could just use this. So, what can we do? Not a whole lot. We'll just pass back to our turn, I guess. Hit him for another 2. And then the question is, do we want to do anything here? I think I'm fine holding still. I like Quandrix's Command here. I like Subtraction as a possibility. Don't really want to fire it off, but we can. What do they got? If they cast like a letter of acceptance here, it's going to be really fun. Heated debate. So I can save my Scourge colony. Yeah, I'm pretty fine with it just dying here, and we'll put a Needlethorn break into play and pass the turn. We may just subtract like anything here now to get something onto the board. Pigment Storm. Man. Well, let's charge through it and draw a card. Since we got Gnarled Professor now, we'll just take it and so if I'm doing the math right, yeah, we can play this into the Gnarled one. Give me the Elemental Summoning. Now we're gonna hope that this doesn't die, because they just used 2 removal spells in a row on 2 crappy creatures. We're gonna dream that they were dumb and used all their good removal, which they may have. Alright, so I think here I want to just attack. Pretty happy with just attack. They're gonna block, sure. Okay, a little confused as to why they did that, but maybe I'm missing something. I'm gonna try to make another 4/4. They're gonna counter the spell. Alright, you got it. Counter spell it is. No 4/4 for me. I still have a 5/4 in play, so not really hating that too much. What you got? This dude's sweet. Like, okay, that's a good card. We're going to return. So, return it to their hand, put some counters on this guy. Alright, now we got double arcane subtraction plus. Yeah, they're just done with this. Woo! Yeah, this deck seems a little better than the last one. I think anytime you can be blue, you want to be blue. Plus we got another Gnarled Professor. Sweet. We got a win. And we got win number 1 in game number 1 instead of game number 3. That feels good. Opponent goes first. We have the Gnarled Professor and a Letter of Acceptance. I'm in. Have to play the Campus, because it's our only green source. They've got a 2/2. Yeah, I mean, I think we just run out our little 1/1. We'll just try to... Yeah, I mean, I'll block if you got the first strike trick, whatever. I just want to live long enough to get to play Gnarled Professor and Maelstrom Muse and Leyline Invocation and whatnot. Combat Professor's a good one. I think that means we just run this guy out. It blocks fine here. Not sure what all they're looking at. Maybe they'll kill my Maelstrom Muse? That's fine if they do. I don't know if I'm playing... Probably just playing Invocation, although it would only be a 5/5. That's... Okay, that was good. That could be a problem, since they're going to have a 4/4 Vigilant. Yeah. And they got an Intro to Annihilation. Not my favorite thing that's ever happened, but what you gonna do? We don't really want to attack. I can't cultivate plus another spell? I can cultivate plus crack letter. What's in my sideboard? Do we have a way to get rid of that thing? I don't think we do, right? Annihilation. Um, let's cultivate. We'll get a red and a green. Put the red into play. We'll just hold back. Not really where I want to be right now, but maybe we can get like our gnarled professor on. Leyline invocation going, you know, something here. Combat professor doing some serious work. We need to find like a mage duel off the top. That would be really good. Alright, I'm gonna draw a card. Forest was not what we were looking for. Emergent sequence was not what we were looking for. So I have 7 mana. I guess I can emergent sequence and make an 8/8, but like that's not very good. There's not a lot of ways out of this right now. It's not really looking good for me. Let's cast the emergent sequence. Go get a green one. Play Gnarled Professor. Go get intro to annihilation. They're gonna intro to annihilate my Gnarled Professor and put me in a situation where I probably want to jump block, which feels really bad. Study Break, even worse for me. Nice. This is a good Lorehold deck. I don't get to say that very often, but yeah, this is an obscenely good Lorehold deck. I'm taking 10 and going to 2. Okay, so we have to annihilate the combat professor. We can't attack, and we have to hope that they don't have more than one removal spell? That should be okay here, but yikes. We're gonna get to make a 10/10 then, which is pretty good. Study Break. Good game. The double Study Break kills me. And they had the mascot exhibition. They had to show that off. Yeah, we're already dead. Okay, their deck was insane. They had mascot exhibition? I have yet to open one of those. Would love to. Have not succeeded in that endeavor. Well, we played that game on the back foot a little too much. I think that is a problem this deck is going to have. Soccer ski. Not really sure what that is. We go first. We have an emergent sequence. Yeah, this is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. We'll probably go get another blue. They have an eye twitch. Alright. That makes me consider getting a red. Let's grab the red, I guess, if we can. Alright, there's Silver Quill. We should be able to win a game against this, but like, not if I miss a land drop here. They have the Symbology. Love me some Symbology. That card is great. I had a deck with quad prof of Symbology. That was the life. We haven't seen that kind of stuff get passed to us recently. Alright, we're just going to play Reckless Implementor, leave up Test of Talents. And I think if they just go to cast this Spirit Summoning, I'm still going to Test of Talents. If they do something else... Alright. Sadly, I'm going to block here. We gotta just try to like stall. And I'm seriously considering countering this. I think we're going to, because we just need to be able to get a better Serpentine curve going. None in their hand. Yeah, they have some okay cards, none in their library. We'll take the one in their graveyard. That makes sense. They shouldn't have one anywhere else. So we have a Vortex Runner, a Maelstrom Muse. Maelstrom Muse can't be eliminated, so we'll play that. Problem is now they know we missed a land drop, so they may just eliminate my mountain, which would be not good for us. We don't want to have to play the Serpentine Curve. Yep, they eliminate my mountain, which I kind of saw coming. I really easily saw coming. They get to cram sessions, so they get to learn, and then if I kill their eye twitch, they get to learn again. They didn't want to attack with the twitchy eyeball. Alright, so... Is a 33 better? Well, I guess we can attack with this and make a 4-4, but that doesn't seem very good. So... Let's just run out Vortex Runner, get in there for 2. They're gonna block, maybe, probably. They don't know yet. They can't decide. Alright, they let it through. We've got some potential chunkiness, but like I would really like to find an arcane subtraction or anything like that to like Maelstrom Muse our way to that. That would be nice. We'll take the 1. No, not gonna attack. Attack. They're gonna study break me, I assume. Alright, we found a land. So I guess now we can make a 5-5 if they don't study break me right now. Yeah, they study break me right there. Do I make a 3-3 here? That's a good question. They go get expanded anatomy. Jesus. I think I need to make the 3-3 here. I don't know why I can never get that to work when I'm streaming. Yeah, you got a 3-3 floaty boy. You got a 5-5 lifelinking vigilant floaty boy. Jesus Christ, that's a big duder. Alright, so this would cost 4? I don't think I can quite do it, but we're gonna cultivate here anyway. Because... oh, my mountain died. That's right. That's weird to get used to. We can't attack anyway. This is a 2-4. That's a 5-5. Are we just dying to an eye twitch? Because that's funny if we die to an eye twitch. I'm willing to accept my fate if I die to an eye twitch. It's like a 3-turn clock here. We got Mage's Duel? I think that's what we're looking for. Burying Books. That will also do it. So if I pay the 5, I only have 2 mana left. That's not good enough. Send it back. Definitely have to... oh my god. Sparring Regimen? That card might be unbeatable. Yeah, sure. Who you attacking with? Yeah. That one seems... correct. I would like to bury it in books. Feels like one of the only ways we're getting back into this game is burying that thing in books. And we'll just put an 8-8 into play. We get to get in for 5. They're at 27. Now are we like hoping to crash through? I think we need to scry on our upkeep. They're just looking to like make the board bigger. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, so they're gonna attack with the Star Pupil, have it untapped. We're gonna eat it because I'm just not taking the damage for nothing here. And they get a 4/5 Promising Dusk Mage. Yeah, I think I want to scry here. There's a lot of cards that are good, but there's a lot of cards that are really bad. Kelpie Guide. Is that good enough? I don't know if it's good enough. It feels like it's fine. Let's take it. We'll draw it. Play out our Kelpie Guide. Alright, so we know we're attacking with Vortex Runner for sure. think, yeah, we just get in for 5 again, too. It's the best we can do. Then we can start tapping some shit down with Kelpie Guide, which is pretty good. We can also, like, attack for 8, and so they get to go put an instant or sorcery card in their graveyard and make a 4/4. I mean, yeah, but I'm not really too terrified of that. We're gonna hope to be able to, like, Kelpie Guide some shit here. I mean, we have a chance against a freaking... Okay, so Allen Shield Mage is a bit of a problem because we can't tap that down. But we draw Crash Through. That I like. Well, we know we're getting in for 3. Question is, do we send the 8 this turn? I don't think so. I think we just send Vortex Runner for this turn. I'm going to sit back for this one turn here. And I'm going to tap down Promising Dusk Mage. Right. So they'll go for 4 in the air here. Do we want to block? No. I'll just take 4. Brackish Trudge is fine. Spirit Sling is fine. I don't think I need a cycle charge through. I should have... Okay, so now... Yeah, let's Arcane Subtraction this. I want to get Introduction to Annihilation. I'm going to get rid of your floaty boy. I'm going to pay the life. That thing is gone. They do get to draw a card. So they have 1, 2, 3. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers that matter. I still have 4 blockers, plus the Kelpie Guide can tap something down. Let's just get in for 3 here. And we're gonna hope they get greedy. We'll definitely have Kelpie Guide tap something down. Sedgemoor Witch resolves. Can't do anything about it. Let's tap Promising Dusk Mage. It's a 4/5 here. I think we have a chance to get there, so they're gonna swing with everything. What are they untapping and putting a counter on? Brackish Trudge? Make it a 5/5. You got it. They can make it a 6/6 maybe here. Alright, we're gonna try to eat that. Eat that. And I guess I have to let that die. And I think, unless they have a Hunt for Specimens, which makes 2 blockers. And I think we win. Alright, so... I'm not sure, though. It's gonna be easier if I have another card. It doesn't get me there. We'll just attack with these 3. Tap one of their dudes. They can eat 3, take 5, and I think that's exactly Deadsies. they go to 1. I missed it by 1. Oh my god, they chose not to kill me? Yeah, okay, they chose not to kill me. Get our scry on here. We have 2 lethal attackers. And a mage duel? Well, this is going to be one that we stole if we get to win this. Okay, we stole it. Because we thought we had them dead, they stayed at 1, and then they didn't attack for lethal. I'm gonna take it. We've had a beating in these drafts. Gonna take getting that one. Yikes. Bad play by the opponent. Alrighty, LB 1515 is the opponent. They go first. We have an emergent sequence, which kind of lets us cast everything else good enough that I'm going to keep. Alright, we get to go get another blue then. Quandrix Apprentice. That's not really a card I wanted to see them have. This card's really good. We would have liked to have had one in our deck, but we don't. So that's kind of the whole story. Good story. Multiple choice. They're just going to scry 1, draw a card. They must not have had a land, and they knew that they needed to cast it for Quandrix Apprentice, because it's really not that good otherwise. Okay, we'll take the 2. Play a Maelstrom Muse. Your turn, opponent. We may look to play a 3-mana Practical Research here, because we got to get some answers on the board. Alright, you get in there for sure. Yeah, let's play a 3-mana Practical Research and discard Charge Through. Put a Reckless Amplimancer down and pass the turn. That seems solid. Yo, it has been subtracted. I don't know if they still need land drops, or yeah, they're environmental sciencing too, sure. Now they shouldn't need lands for like the rest of the freaking game. They just got to draw 3 lands that turn. Can they play one? Hopefully they can play one for their sake, because otherwise they're like... Do we just chump block the 4/4 here? No, I think I'll take 6 and... Well, now I got options, but I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to play a 6/6 here. Let's get in with Maelstrom. Because this is just the next one I cast. So if this costs 4 and I have 2 mana left, I can leave Test of Talents up, which is pretty good. So we'll leave up Test of Talents. Because if they go to like Mage Duel it, I'll be real happy to counter that. Body of Research. I'll also be very happy to Test of Talents your Body of Research, because that would have been real bad for us. Alright, that went pretty well for us, because that was going to be real freaking bad if that resolved. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna go... Do we want to gnarl our professor here? What do we want to do? Yeah, let's just get our gnarled professor down. Go get... probably annihilation. We don't have any way to kill anything otherwise. Play this Kelpie guide. We definitely want to play, or we definitely want to attack for 2. I'm actually willing to trade my 6/6 for their 5/5 if they're willing, so I like this attack. They might just chump too, or they might take 8. They're gonna take 8. Deal. We have 7 lands in play, which means cultivate next turn is very good. So they can probably just bury. Okay, that card, good. Still able to bury an attacker. See if they just want to go land, bury it already. Nope, they're gonna go Zamone, still leave up burying books. That seems good. Let's go cultivating. Put this one into play tapped. And then I want to get rid of the Pledge Mage, I think, and then tap down the Needlethorn Drake. Or do I want to get rid of the Needlethorn Drake? No. Let's get the Pledge Mage off the board. Tap their Drake and attack with just these 2. Yeah, we're totally fine with that. Gnarled Professor still coming in. Boom. Alright, so they can like Leyline Invocation to make a bigger duder, right? But I can just tap it down. That seems fine. Solve is probably a problem. That's probably a Mage Duel. Or a Burying Books, either one. Maybe they don't have what they thought they had. That's all I can dream. Either one of those cards is real good here, though. It's a Mage Duel. That's what I assumed it was. So Needlethorn Drake is going to probably fight Gnarled Professor here. Or my 6/6, one of the 2. Oh, they're just going to kill my Kelpie guide. That also makes sense. That also makes a lot of sense. Then they'll probably play the bear. Yeah, play a bear, make a 1/1, swing with nothing. I mean, they're at 5. They got to kind of play defensive here. Ooh, Quandrix's Command seems real good. So... return something to their hand, plus put 2 +1/+1 counters on Gnarled Professor. Yeah. You get the counters. Go to combat. Swing you, and you. Gotta put a lot in front of Gnarled Professor here. Okay. Okay. So we don't need to do anything else here. Yeah, just so that's still gonna do 2 damage to them. They're gonna go wow, I could have just put them to 1. They're gonna go to 4 here. And we'll play Serpentine Curve, get a 9/9 in play, and yeah, let's get another body in play. I think they can put 2 bodies in play here, basically. This feels pretty good. I think we found it. Yeah, they get to put 2 bodies in play. We get to say good game and bash face. They trade, and yeah, we'll just let all of it go through. We get there. Sweet. Having a little more success. Feels good. Feels good. 3 out of 4. Forgot what it feels like to be winning games. What y'all thinking out there? We gonna get to 7? I'm gonna guess 5. 5 is where I feel like we're probably gonna be here. Kraken hatchling. Ooh, we get to go first? Yeah, this hand's great too. This is the kind of hand you want when you get to go first. We get to play a 2-drop, a pop quiz. We got a test of talents, a vortex runner. Everything is coming up Millhouse. Watch me flood out for the rest of the game and lose. That's what happens when you say things like that. Oh, let's see. They go swamp, unwilling ingredient. Sure. Does look like a very unwilling ingredient. Angry little Frogger. I like the Frogger. Don't get me wrong. Oh, they got double ingredient. I was going to say, hopefully they at least have another land, because it's going to be bad for them if they don't. We're going to cultivate here. Grabbing a red land and a green land. Put that green one into play. We'll get in there. We can't block these anyway. Do they have the Lash of Malice, or are they just stuck on you are allowed to block it? I think they were stuck on you can block this. Alrighty, what are we looking at doing here on our next turn? I think we're just attacking and saying go. Because I like leaving up pop quiz here. I also like the fact that we have Test of Talents, just in case they decide they want to kill my Reckless Implementor. Don't really think they will, but they could. I don't think I would try to kill Reckless Implementor, but that's up to them. They can do what they want. Getting beat down by unwilling ingredients. Alright, we're gonna pop quiz. Draw a forest, find an elemental summoning. What do we got? 6 mana? Huh. What do I want to do with 6 mana? I kind of want to just go Emergent Sequence. I'm in no rush. Yeah, we'll go Vortex Runner here too. Basically, I'm in no rush to run out this elemental summoning and not be able to protect it. I want to protect it with Test of Talents when we get the chance. They decide to kill my Vortex Runner. See that? That's fine with us. That would have killed this. That's not fine with me. Zephyr Boots. Are we going to have a flying frog? Love it. Floating frog. You get a nice for that. The old flying menace frog. Not one you see very often. Professor's Warning discard. Alright. Well, Burying Book seems like a pretty good card to have here too. But we're just going to Elemental Summoning, leaving up Test of Talents. Boom. Big ol' 4/4. Yeah, we're gonna say you may not Doomblade my duder. Alright. So they have a Valentin and a Tenured Inkcaster. That combination is a problem. Yo. That's pretty good. I think we want to Burying Books this unwilling ingredient. Probably. Let's get a combat first and get in with these two. They're just gonna chump? Yeah, that's fine. Play a Needlethorn Drake. And then I think before I let them go to combat, we're going to bury in books either the Unwilling Ingredient or the Lisette. It might be the Lisette here, right? Yeah, let's just bury in books the Lisette. Because I don't want them getting +1/+1 counters on everything. Oh, it has Menace, so I can't block it. I forgot about the Menace. But we basically just need to move this out of the way, right? Okay, I definitely should have... Alright, so we're going to attack with everything. See what they do. If they don't block the Reckless Amplimancer, I win? Yeah, they remember to block it. No? Okay. You're at 1. And you lost your thing. I need to stop on my upkeep. Strike. Condrix Pledge Mage doesn't do it. That maybe makes it where you can live. Definitely scry here. Maelstrom Muse. No, I don't think we want that. That is the card we wanted. See how the blocks go. That to there, that to there, that to there. Good game, opponent. Charging through for the win. Feels good. Getting our wins on. This deck is back to our winning ways. We're enjoying that. I hope all of you are enjoying it as well. All of the, like, maybe 2 people that are out there? Looks like it, 2 or 3. Hey, hope you're listening, hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. That's the important part here. We're just kind of screwing around doing what we want to do, but it can be fun. Alright, we're going to keep this hand on the back of Cultivate. If we get Agonizing Remorse, we're screwed. This is a diamond opponent, which is a little scary, but what you gonna do? Diamond, and they went Silver Quill. That's surprising. Let's get that out there. Get our Cultivate on. I want a blue land and a red land. Give me that Montagna. Thank you. Put the mountain into play. Pass El Turno. What you got for me? Silver Quill Pledge Mage. Solid card. We are going to put our little buddy, the Needlethorn Drake, out. And do I just... You know what? This isn't a bad play. It's not a great play. I probably should have just held up Arcane Subtraction, but I will 2-for-1 myself there to get that thing off the board. I do not like those being in play. I forgot that Mage Duel wasn't just a bite, so that was my bad. There's punt number 1. Yeah, we'll just run this guy out. That's a perfectly fine play here. See if they have a removal spell for Maelstrom Muse. If not, we're going to get to practically research quite well. I don't think we're blocking if they bother to attack here. I can say that much. Flunk. Yeah, that exactly kills it. Fair enough. Our lack of creatures may become an issue. Not that we didn't know that already. Do I need it? I think I just want to charge through this so that I can draw a card. Yeah. It's a pretty good one to draw. Wow. So Emergent Sequence is terrible here. Let's just main phase Practical Research. Discard Emergent Sequence. Play a Scurrid Colony. It's not a 4/4 yet, but it will be, so we're gonna not block. If they get to kill it here, that's too bad for us, but Otherwise, I feel like our hand got a lot better. Dang it! Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I wanted to keep that squirrel? Yeah, they do. That's why they killed it. Alright. So we have 7 mana, maybe 8 here. I think we want to play Prismari into this, which still leaves up both of these things. We're probably just subtracting this, and then we'll Quandrix Command later. Yeah, that Combat Professor's a problem. Who gets it? Spreading it out, that seems good. Let's go Arcane Subtraction to Pilgrim. So we need... Yeah, we just have to be able to get rid of Combat Professor. And I think I'm just drawing a card here. Because I definitely have plenty. Yeah, okay, so now we're just going to annihilate your professor. Cast Needlethorn Drake? I think that's where we want to be. I don't really want to block here, but I don't really like going to 5 either. No blocks. These 2 cards are pretty good. Spiteful Squad is also a pretty good card. Alright, so we're gonna play out our Kelpie Guide. Definitely can't attack. Double tap our creatures. Doesn't that just kill me? I'm pretty sure it does. Let's bounce their dude. Bounce this. Put some counters on this. Pop quiz. Concede. They still have 5. Yeah, they went and got Mascot Exhibition as well, so we were freaking double dead. Why is that 2 opponents we've had that have Mascot Exhibition and I've yet to open one? That just seems wrong. Why did they all get one? I want one. If you're going to be letting everybody open Mascot Exhibitions, why can't I have one? It's a good question. Nobody's answering, but that's okay. So that's Rar back there. If you're wondering, that's my Christmas dinosaur. Eventually he should become my all-seasons dinosaur, and he'll probably sit like right over here. But for right now, he's my Christmas dinosaur. All the time. Nobody was probably wondering, but I felt the need to explain it. Alright, so we get to go Prismari Campus. I think we're going Emergent. Yeah, we're going Emergent Sequence for Forest. And hopefully getting to put a Gnarled Professor into play. Can't stop you from attacking. Spectacle Mage. You got it. I'm gonna drop this honkin' chonker. I'm gonna grab Elemental Summoning. And we're gonna try to keep the pressure on. That will also keep the pressure on. That's a big boy. Okay. Well... First off, we're going to swing with this. I really doubt they double block. I am correct. Alright, then what are we doing here? We can play another 4/4 on the ground. Scurrid Colony doesn't do anything right now. We can cultivate plus Vortex Runner. Yeah, I don't hate that. Give me a blue and a green. Put the blue into play. No, I can't. I can just... Alright, we'll play the colony out here. Probably should have just left up Arcane Subtraction, but yeah, we should have, because then we could have went and got Introduction to Annihilation. We're in an okay spot, we're just not in a great spot. Taking a lot of damage here. So I think I'm taking 7. Okay, they're discarding a card to draw a card. And then they can play that later. I'm gonna just take. Because I want to be able to play Arcane Subtraction next turn. Alright, so we'll play this Forest out. Yeah, we're gonna get our 4/4 in play, hopefully. Do they have a negate? Seriously? No? Okay, good. Alright, let's get the gnarled one in there. Pass turn. We're gonna subtract Galazeth Prismari here, I think. Depending on what they do to us, they might be able to just murder me here. Teach by example. I have to just let it go. Practical research. I mean, that's good, but it doesn't kill us here, so that part makes me really happy. Because they're just like tapped out now. And we can give something trample. Plus we can go get Intro to Annihilation. We might be in pretty good shape here. If they attack with Prismari, I just get to block it and subtract it. Yeah. Or I can just subtract it? Probably we just subtract it. Spectacle Mage getting in too. Am I supposed to trade with that? I don't think so. I think we just Arcane Subtraction the Galazeth Prismari. Go get Intro to Annihilation. And then I think between, we're going to say no blocks. We'll take 2. And so now we go annihilate your conspiracy theorist. Okay, they see the problems. We got there. Feeling good. Enjoying the wins. Alright, so we got to 5 wins. We got positive on gems for the first time in for freaking ever. Let's see if we can finish it strong. I mean, we just beat a Galazeth Prismari. Not that that card's phenomenal, but not really something you want to see. Bop. I don't think that's what that's supposed to say, but it's what it says to me. Oh, I don't think we can keep that, unfortunately. I really wanted to. This one's way better. We'll put back the research and play our forest. Significantly better. Give me that Ampy. I think we cultivate here. We'll see if we draw a land. That'll probably decide what we're doing. These are our 2 next turns, basically, so it probably doesn't matter which is which. The Scurrid Colony. I ain't screwed. We're definitely cultivating now because we need the green. So let's put a green in play and a red in our hand. I don't feel like trading right now. We're gonna get our gnarled one on. Nah, I'm good, man. I decided not to trade with your Scurrid Colony. That's a good card. Meet the gnarled one. Gnarls Barkley. Do we want to Intro to Annihilate? Or do we just want to put... I think I just want to put pressure on. I will 100% attack here, because there's no way they block. Yo. Alright. Could have attacked and threatened the double power to make sure they didn't block, but there was no way they block. Hunting for specimens. You got it. Yo, that's an expanded anatomy. I think we're just bashing with the gnarled one again. Making them think about whether they want to block. They don't. Alright, we'll put a 4 for it anyway. Just seems pretty okay. I mean, this can become a 6/6 here, which would be pretty bad for me, but we'll just pop quiz to go grab a kill spell then. Seems fine. The Vigi is a problem, but I guess we can just double block it if that's all they do. I'm fine with trading. Yeah, like if they're willing to attack here, I will 100% snap off the trade. Oh yeah, deal. Because I still have the 5/4 tramples. Give me some more tramples. Boom. We'll just go Needlethorn here, and then we're gonna pop quiz and keep making the serpentine curve better. No blocks. What you got? Eye twitch? Pop. We're gonna grab Intro to Annihilate. Because if that's your only blocker, we're gonna annihilate it. Hunt for specimens. Fractal summoning. Ooh, this is real good. So I get to get rid of both of their dudes and I think kill them. So I gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Intro to Annihilation. Get rid of your eye twitch. Mage duel this guy on that guy. Just for funsies here, because I like making it more ridiculous. And we'll get in for 7 to put you to 2. And this is a 5/4 trampler. That doesn't seem very good. They can make a 2/2? Doesn't seem very good. I just wanted to mage duel there. That guy's really good, but he's not very good here. Alright, we'll just go land. I mean, I guess we get in there with both if they want to trade this for that. I'm all for it. Yeah, so they're going to trade their whole board for my whole board, and I'll take 1 and then come back to 2. And I have 7 mana, so I have to pick which one of these I play. I picked the giant honky chonky. Oh, I get to play them both. Okay. Because this was actually the better play because it's in the air, but I missed that, so oh well. I mean, they have to, yeah, I'll sacrifice my 6/6, keep my floaty boy. They did. Alright, we're to Platinum Tier 1. Tiering of the first with our platinumness. And we're 1 win from getting a 7-win deck. We're either going to be a 6 or a 7-win deck. There's no doubt about that, because this is our last game no matter what. Appreciate you, all of you that have stuck around. We're having fun. We're trying to, you know, win in a format that's pretty hard to win in. We get to go first. I'm fine with this hand. It's not great. But we got some blockers. And I'm fine with playing blockers. Let's play a 2/2. This I like seeing. I don't think that Silver Quill or Lower Hold looks like it's Silver Quill, but I don't think either one of them's that good. Just an honest assessment of how I've started to understand the format. They're fine. Demonic Tutor is a hell of a card, though. So, with that in mind, nice. Yeah, that's not a normal, average, limited card. That is bonkers. I do like drawing that, at least. so we'll get in there for 2. We'll put our needles into play, and then we'll hope that they don't cast instant or sorcery this turn. Because if they do, I'm going to wish I could have... Yeah, so they went and got Mavinda. Mavinda seems like a pretty good play.
I shall teach you much.
Alright, well... We don't get to do anything here, because we want to stay back to kill this Mavinda. Alrighty, let's see what they do. We've got Test of Talents, which is pretty good. Mage Hunter, that also resolves, which is like real bad for me. Come at me, bro. No? You don't want to? Okay. I'm gonna take 1 to play this. But I need to get lands, and I need to get a little more pressure on the board. We don't get to attack, we pass the turn. Yeah, we're probably in trouble here. I mean, Mage Hunter plus Mavinda is a pretty... I mean, Demonic Tutor, Mavinda, Mage Hunter. That's a good curve. They're noticing this is a mountain, too. If they go to kill that, I may just let them have it. Not really a card we need. Combat Professor. Jesus H. Christ, that's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna give it to the Mage Hunter, right? And like, I probably need to block. Oh, they don't attack. Well, that makes my life easier at least. Vortex Runner eventually could get good. Right? We're like 1 land from just Vortex running them, so that part's better. These 3 cards in a row, though, much better than these 4. Not really even close. That's okay, though. Spiteful Squad. Sure. Giving it to the Combat Professor. Are you coming in? No. Alright, I think I want to cycle this here. I'll take my damage. I just want to draw a card. Yeah, we drew the land I wanted, so now I get to start doing this, which is pretty important. And we'll Arcane Subtraction something, which is also pretty important. This Needlethorn Drake doing some serious work here. They don't want to trade any of their things off for the Needlethorn. But what's great here is we're totally just going to block this. I'll take 1 for this. Yeah, we're taking 1. You got it. No. No, you can't have that either. Good try. I'm not letting that go. This is quite the stack. Okay, so they don't have one in their hand. They have another Combat Professor, though. Jesus. They do have another one in their library and one in their graveyard. We take another damage. We get to learn grabbing Intro to Annihilation, because we're going to have to keep killing things. And then we get to eat their Combat Professor, which is pretty sweet. Alright, Combat Professor down. They can play that thing, sure. Alright, do we want to just get you out of the way, or do we want to get rid of Mage Hunter? I think the Mage Hunter is a bigger problem, Because we'll keep taking that damage, and I can't keep taking that damage. I think I was supposed to attack first, though, because we totally would have... So I think I need to just get in for this 3, and then if they expel, it's like the only thing they get to do next turn, and we're fine with it. And we may need to go ahead and block this Spiteful Squad. We definitely need to stop on our upkeep and scry. This is an interesting game. Vortex Runner, yeah, so they see that as a bigger threat. Okay, I can... Alright, they're gonna make that a 3/3 Trample Vigilance. I don't like this trade, but I'm gonna do it because we need to be able to get rid of Mavinda as well. So it gets to give that 2 counters. Yo, we're gonna scry. We find an island we don't want. So we weren't doing anything this turn if we didn't scry. Now we get to Kelpie Guide, and that is a great find. No attacks. They got a lot of good cards here, though. Both Combat Professor and Voracious Orator are good plays here. We're in an uphill battle. I think we need to scry on our upkeep again. Oh yeah, do they have anything over here? Exile target tapped creatures, so they can always do that. Now they can't do that, though, so I doubt they attack. Yeah, they can't attack. I'm gonna scry. We're looking for like a mage's duel. Definitely not looking for island. We find cultivate. I mean, I'm gonna do it because I gotta get lands out of the damn deck. But plus it makes it where we get to scry better next time. Nope, no attacks. Alright. We want them to play that Orator because then we can use Kelpie Guide. Yo, resolves. So if they just attack with both, they're attacking with both. They're attacking with just Combat Professor. I'm gonna block. I want to get that thing off the board as well, unfortunately. Alright, so now we will tap Mavinda. And scry. That is the gnarled one. We will draw the gnarled one. Get the gnarled one into play. Go get a fractal summoning. Can't attack. Pass the turn. I think we have to tap Mavinda here. Yeah. Let them have the opportunity to, especially if they team pennant up to Mavinda. If they don't, if they go for the Owlin, which is smarter, that resolves. So now they have 2 4/4 attackers. I'm gonna tap this. Alright. Is Vigilance too? Maybe I was supposed to tap it. Damn. I'm just gonna draw. Ooh, Arcane Subtraction is really good. So 1, 6, 7, 8. I'd make a 6/6 plus get to go get something. I think that's good enough. And we'll see what they want to do here. If they want to kill my gnarled professor, we'll let it happen. Defend the campus, yeah. Can't really stop that. So, deal, I guess. Silver Quill Apprentice. Well, that's rude. Alright, you are going to tap Mavinda. Yeah, that was way rude. Flash of Malice, sure. We got the Arcane Subtraction here, unfortunately. Which is really painful. I think we die, and we're gonna end up with a nice 6 and 3. Pretty sure we die. Because none of my learn cards, I think we just need to Prophecy here. And we just can't get rid of this, really. And then we can't get rid of any. We can't get rid of both of their flyers. So we Prophecy here. We find a Mage Duel. Alright, so... I just can't block their floaty boys. I'm gonna lose. We had a good deck. We were really close there. I think them just being able to demonic tutor on turn 2 was pretty much the difference in that game. Imagine that. That and us not finding that Mage Duel until that late. If we could have got that Mavinda off the board a lot earlier, I would have felt much better. But hey, we get some decent gems, we get some packs, and we should be getting 1,500 gems back from Wizards because our first draft was really screwed up. Silencer, a card I don't think is hardly playable. A Faithless Looting we needed, and a Mythic Wildcard. There's some nice things. We get another Mythic Wildcard over here. We get a Valentin and a Putrefy. What else we got? We got Strategic Planning and Verdant Mastery. Sweet. That's what we need. Retriever Phoenix is cool and limited. Tezzerite's Gambit, probably not playing. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night. Appreciate those of you that have been here, hanging out for our drafting fun. One thing to pass on for those of you that are around, we're going to be going to Sunday streams becoming a casual RPG playthrough day. So we had a vote in our Facebook group, or at least some people told me what they thought, and we're going to go with Pokemon Shield, a game that I have never fired up. So we're going to do my very first interaction with Galar and all the new Pokemon there, just as like a nostalgic, fun time. That's going to be our Sunday afternoons now until we finish that game, and then if it's going well, people are interested in doing RPGs, we'll move on to like Fire Emblem or Zelda or something like that. If you're more into the Magic side of things, Tuesday and Thursday nights at 6 p.m. currently is what we're doing. So we'll be back with more Strixhaven Tuesday night at 6. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out.